Four friends, wild tangents, real conversation. Parallax Accord blends anime, gaming, movies, internet culture, life experience, and raw discussion into one evolving conversation where every perspective matters. 1 minute supernatural theories, the next is life advice, travel stories, or debates that spirals into absolute madness. And a little bit of hentai. Pull up a chair and join the Accord. We started this as the Bros Who Laugh, but we realized this is bigger than just laughs. So welcome to Parallax Accord. What going on, guys?
What's
Why
going
so
on?
serious?
Was popping.
See,
Why so serious?
Okay, cut. No, I'm
I
playing.
still no, I still want to. So we was discussing before we even started the podcast. This dude, Phil the kid, said porn is bad, and I want to know why.
Do you though?
What do you mean it's
Do
not?
you really?
I feel
I
like
remember
nah. I don't. What do I what?
Why do you feel like porn is bad?
I feel
is
like
it
it's bad for you, man. If you get addicted to it, it desensitizes you. You can't get turned on by normal shit no more. It turns you into a fucking freak, bro.
That's if you get, but it's on a
hold up.
concept of if though.
But porn addiction is a real thing, bro.
It is. I'm not saying it isn't, but that's it. That's just like
He's not
alcohol and
wrong. It
everything.
is a thing. Porn addiction is
Hold
a
up.
thing.
Yeah, it's a
Can
thing,
we
bro. You got
can
people
we
that can't
put
even that.
can we put some respect on the industry? It's corn, bro. It's corn.
Right.
Anyway,
We got
Like when we start, if that's the case, if we desensitize the shit, the last episode, Dad was cursing like a damn sailor, so there should be a bunch of
yes.
bleeps in the episode. So yeah, let's not do that
What
now.
the what? No, why not? We should all be cussing today then. If that's the case. Let's cuss. Man, what we gonna cuss about though? Captain, what we
anyway,
cussing about, man? What the
anyway,
hell?
anyway. But Phil is right though. It's kind of like, and I see where Malcolm's gonna come from with the alcohol thing. Everything is good in moderation.
In
It's
moderation.
Brother,
when it's too much. When it's too much, that's when everything does become a problem, and you see the addiction starts to get out of hand.
aliases, bro. Aliases. We're using aliases.
You right.
He spilled the kid. He spilled the kid. He spilled the
And
kid. Make it
Captain
make sense.
and Captain Malik. Yeah, that's wild though. Grown ass man being a kid is kind of wild. We got
What
the
you mean?
baby and
You
little
got Kid
baby.
Cudi. You
Nobody's
got
even. Oh my goodness!
I
the
couldn't think of it.
baby.
I couldn't think of anything.
Wait,
Okay,
wait, but you got
Just call
people. You got
yourself
Kid.
nigga boo. No, I'm
You got
playing.
Kid Rock.
that's just
I like
racist.
I like I liked using I like King Phil. King Phil was my but Dab already got King Dab, so I can't
So
say
y'all
King
can
Phil.
Yeah.
so y'all can be two kings together. Two kings.
Nah,
Nah,
it's only one.
he could be the prince.
The
I could be
Nah,
the
princess
king.
would be
nah,
he'd be the
nah.
princess. Princess
He can be
dad.
the princess.
This is
Queen
why I like
dad.
You
being
better
the
call
trick. This is
himself
why I like
Vegeta
being
or
the
something. The
trickster.
princess of all Saiyans. He can do
This is why I
that.
like being the
Ooh.
trickster. This is why I like being a trickster because there's no. That's the ultimate title right
You like
there.
being a trick, and women gonna love you.
You ain't no damn
They
trickster
already do.
goofball.
They
You
already
just a
do.
captain.
They already do. But let's
All
start
right,
the show.
fellas.
Let's start the show.
What do you mean let's start the show? We haven't been recording?
Oh my god, that was a cold opening, you nutsack.
I
Powered by
know.
Riverside.
I love you guys.
Bro.
Y'all annoying, but I love you guys.
It's like, yo, are we not recording? Oh man. All
Yo,
right.
but can y'all say we ever started the show like this though? Everybody just laughing. See the
Nah.
bros who laugh. A tribute to our last name. See what we did there?
Yeah, of
Hmm.
course.
Genius.
We gotta pay homage.
But
Shoot.
we are no longer the bros who laugh at you. Now we are something much more than that.
Besides Venom,
What are we, Cap?
Venom.
Drum roller, Cap.
Parallax Accord, of course. Shoot, this is Trickster Mal.
And King Dab in the building.
And Phil the kid.
And Royal D.
So,
Nuts in your mouth.
so I remember in the beginning when we first was putting this out, Kels wanted to do this thing where every time we started, he wanted to pick a different name, and I like how he dropped that.
No,
What do you mean?
now you
It's still the
opened your
same. And
mouth and you gonna
aliases,
do it
bro.
again.
You don't
Nah,
call you don't
nah.
damn.
You about
Every
to
episode before, like before we used to like record in the beginning, like I think the first two before we came back, resurrected. I wouldn't even say re-erected, resurrected the brand. You'd be like, "Yo, this is the artist known as Kells or something like that. Now you just dropped that. It just was in the past. You outgrew it, man. I feel you.
You saying
Ah,
that
shut
now,
your
next thing
horse.
you know, he gonna come back and just simply be the symbol like Prince.
I know
Ah,
Hey,
I
shut
Mike
your
did it
wanna
for
stop
behind
by
up.
himself
you
again,
at
right? I
But
started it again.
that being said though,
well, we know your phone cut out.
Yeah, all right, man. All right. In all
Let me quit. They're
seriousness,
gonna be like, he bullying him. ChatGPT gonna be all in his feelings again with me.
nah. I mean, shoot, like that's what the audience is there for. So, guys, if you feel like King Dab is bullying Royal Kells, yo, let me know. Let me know. I'll stop it right there. I'll be like, hey, we don't bully here.
I feel
Guess
like he's
what?
bullying him.
As time goes by, they gonna be like, yeah, bully that motherfucker. No,
nah. In no world is bullying okay. Okay.
I
In no
it's
listen,
world.
condone it.
it's warranted. No, I'm playing. Nah, bullying
Wow.
ain't okay.
Nah.
I hate bullies. I hate bullies, bro. I got bullied as a kid until I got older and bigger and stuff like that. But yeah, I hated bullies.
I'm not
I
saying
hated
that all,
bullies. I hated being
I'm
bullied.
not saying not condone it. I know they have their part to play, but I'm not
Their
gonna say
part to play.
they do
I
have
feel
the
like
part.
there's a difference in bullying and then people playing around and joking with one another.
No, and that's what I'm saying. But every protagonist needs the antagonist, you know. And the protagonist, which is every individual that's ever lived or is living their life, they have an antagonist. Like how King
Mhm.
Dab got Royal, that you got the protagonist, you got they each other's protagonists and antagonists. You see,
And how
that's all the,
And
Deku got Bakugo.
exactly. There you go.
they're rivals though, not antagonists.
I mean, no,
Same difference.
Yeah,
he
that's
was
true. That's
antagonizing
true.
the
Not
shiz
the
out of him
same
in the
difference.
beginning.
Nah, it's
Different.
not no
I know it's not. I know it's not. I know it's not, gentlemen.
Like even with who else was antagonizing in the very beginning, like Knuckles and Sonic.
Cow
There you
and
go.
chicken. Cow and
Ca-
chicken, they were
They
enemies.
were siblings. They forever gonna
Cow and
antagonize
chicken
each
were in
other.
this motherfucker said
Mhm.
cow and chicken were enemies.
You ha Yakuza, I haven't seen that show that very much, not too
Yo,
much. Or like Dexter and Mandark, they were antagonistic towards one another too. We
I
need
mean
each other as much
Mandark's
as we
last
love
one.
our as
It was
much as we
Mandark's
can't stand
last.
our antagonists, we need them to help each other grow and to make cool shit happen. Without antagonists, our stories can be boring as hell.
Shoot, I'm not
I don't know,
for
man.
buddy.
Sometimes it depends, man. Some antagonists you kind of want to get rid of them. Like Batman should have got rid of a couple of his antagonists.
I mean, but wait. Sometimes
Definitely.
sometimes depending on the story, the antagonist can also become a friend later on. Like look at Frieza. Look at Frieza. Well, I'm
He
not gonna say he
Frieza's
was a
no
not a
friend.
damn
friend
Yeah,
friend.
because
I'm not gonna say he was a friend. Yeah,
after
I do.
Frieza
Yeah,
turned black, he beat their ass real quick.
And he's still racist too. He calls them monkeys
He
every time
racist
he
as
sees them.
fuck. Everybody a
Fucking mon
monkey when they
Yo,
come
wait.
around.
It's called
about a friend.
symbolism. The very
Brother said him calling apes monkeys is symbolism, yo.
but
I've
then
heard of the whole
but then they used them as irony, did they not? Is he
he
not
said,
Frieza
"Hello."
Black? Is he not
He
Frieza
said
Black?
"Hello, monkeys." Yeah, there's
Wha
symbolism in that.
Yo,
Yeah, I
no,
love it.
it was irony. It's irony.
I get what
Straight
you're putting down
irony.
though. Yes, I suppose monkeys did help him grow into, a blacker,
How? And
stronger
then he got his
being.
ass.
Actually, they did help
Mhm.
him grow, 'cause if it wasn't for Goku putting the paws on them, shoot, he wouldn't have started training. That's all it ever was. He said, "I had potential." Then he beat me
Yeah,
up, and I
he
just
was
had to
salty that he
train.
got beat up.
Nah,
And then
Yeah.
he came back and he beat the
the
brakes off both them
no,
niggas.
no, who beat the brakes off of him though? What he got from Broly? That shiz was hilarious.
I mean,
Which
but bro,
Brawley?
look, I mean, Brawley. Which Brawley are we looking at? Are we looking
Yeah,
No,
at
which
when they
one?
Brawley
both
from the new
when they
movie?
both left him, when they both left freaking Frieza to Broly, like
They
they
left him
did
for
that
an
on
hour.
purpose.
Oh, the super
Yo,
version.
that
Oh, the
The
was
super
super
version,
version.
yeah.
Okay,
I
because
didn't
I was
yo,
gonna
I
say
laughed
if we're
hard.
talking about the original version, that
Yeah,
man
he was
had
nasty.
Vegeta sitting in the corner crying like a little bitch.
But
He was
who
like, "We can't do this. I'm
Yeah.
afraid we can't beat him." It's like, "What?"
because that's like
That
that's
motherfucker
like
was crying.
but that's like us fighting people. Next thing you know, you get we put in the ring with Mike Tyson. You don't think I'm gonna be in the corner whimpering like,
I ain't
"Nah,
gonna
we
get on
ain't
my
doing this."
knees and cry like a bitch.
Why the hell Imma
Yo,
be in the ring with Mike
yo,
Tyson?
I
What
ain't gonna
the
lie, and
hell?
when he start crying, Imma start crying because we all gonna die with that.
That's like saying R. Kelly gonna try and pee on me, and Imma just sit there and take it. Hell no, Imma
I
move out
didn't
the
say
way.
You
nothing. That's
might.
an extreme circumstance. That is an extreme circumstance.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You would like that.
Even
Surviving R.
even
Kelly
even
part
if it's
2.
a 4v1 against Mike Tyson, I don't like our odds. I don't like our odds at all.
I do. I definitely like it. Four of us versus Mike Tyson.
I
That
don't
all
like
Hell
that
our
all we
odds.
no.
gotta do is make sure Kales don't get knocked out too quick, and we just jump this nigga.
No.
Nah, yeah, I go in the ring. I'm not even gonna be in the ring. I'll be cheering y'all on. I'll be like Apollo
Oh
up
no,
in
you
there. I'll
gonna
be
be in
cheering
that
y'all on.
ring. You gonna be in that
So
ring.
I'll
Yo,
be the
Phil,
Rocky Balboa to
We gonna
y'all
practice the
to your
fusion
Creed.
technique. We gonna leave
Nah,
the
you gonna be in that
um
ring.
Nah, I got you. In spirit, I'll be rooting for you.
You
it's
taking all the
in
brunt of the
spirit.
blows for us.
Yeah. Of course in spirit. After he knock you out, you gonna be in spirit.
He gonna be knocking you out. I'm not gonna be in the damn ring.
Nah, you gonna be in that
Shoot.
motherfucking ring.
Oh
Right?
no, I'm not.
Yo, if we
Got
No,
me
hit it,
I'm
fucked
not.
up.
Cause not me. I saw enough of him on TV to be like, nope, I will never.
We
no.
There's
in this
some people you
together.
fight,
Nah,
some
bro.
people you fight, and he is not one of them. You do not fight my love
That's
like
why I
that.
said like, I don't like our odds, but shoot, the moment he start crying, talk about, Imma put the hands on you, Imma start crying too. Be like, Mike, no.
Dude
I'm gonna
talking
throw
about
Kales right at him too.
I'm in the eating salads and stuff like that. It's like, nope. Mm-mm.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If you see me all Vaseline up, I'm ready.
Vaseline, dog.
Hell
Man,
yeah. So when
I
when
don't
he started punching, it just slide off. I'ma feel it, but not the whole impact shit.
man. If you Vaseline up, I don't even want to see you, man. Tap me
You
out.
know you do wear Vaseline in boxing. They put it to, when you start getting cut and all that, they put it on your eyebrows and stuff like that and your cheeks so your face doesn't get cut as easily.
Yeah,
This is very useful information
I'm
for
just gonna
people who
tell them
want to
to put
box
the whole
someday.
vat. Just throw the
Yeah, I
vat
mean
on me.
everybody knows that, bro. It's nothing new.
Everybody don't know that. Don't assume everybody know everything, goofball. That's how you
Bro, if
learn
you're into
things.
boxing, you know that.
Well, he
They
ain't
say
into boxing. He
the
probably know
wisest
of it.
people, the
If
wisest
you're
people are
into
the
boxing,
ones
you know that,
who
bro.
don't
That's
know
what I'm saying.
nothing. The wisest
Yeah, a
people
lot of
don't know
people don't know that.
nothing.
If you're
Exactly.
into boxing, you know that.
Just like how some people
And
don't
most
know
people
about
are
you.
not into and a lot of people are not into boxing.
There's a
So they
lot of
wouldn't
people
know
that are
that.
into boxing. That's why
That's like
motherfuckers are still getting bread broke off. So make that make sense.
Wait, hold
Wait,
on.
what?
I wanna know something. What's the
What?
powder for? I wanna know what the
Do
powder's
you
for.
Why are you
realize
getting
how much
so
boxers make, bro?
I
People
know
are
how
into
much they make.
boxing.
Are you talking
thousands of
about
dollars.
fans? Oh, but I was gonna say a lot of people, bro. There's people that don't even know how football works. Bro, I'm telling you,
That's
a
because
lot
they're
of
not
people
into the
Nope.
don't know.
sport.
A
Nigga,
lot of
there's a
people don't
lot of
know it.
people that do know if you look at how much money they rake in. Look at the
You
boxing
getting
matches.
you
Look
getting
at
you
motherfuckers
getting a
getting
little angry.
pay-per-views and everything. Motherfuckers know.
You getting a little angry, bro.
I mean, some
Relax.
I'm
people
not
know.
getting angry. I'm just
Some
stating the
people
obvious.
wait, some people go watch
There
it and
are
not know
motherfuckers that
some
don't know
people
about
just like
sports
watching
though.
people beat the crap out of each other. They don't probably know the
Indeed.
logistics. They just probably there to watch people beat
And
each
then it's
other
not
up.
hard to see that they put Vaseline on the face when they go to the damn corners during the fucking during the little rest periods.
I mean,
Some
So
people
sometimes they
don't know
show it
that.
come
though.
on now,
Some
you can
people think
clearly see them putting Vaseline on their face.
He
some
probably
people think
hasn't watched
it's
any
pain.
boxing. He
Some
probably
people
hasn't
think
watched any.
Some
old
people think
it's
it's paint
born.
tails. Now you just sound dumb.
And you
I
too.
mean,
Nah, you don't sound dumb. You know what you're talking about. But see, this is what we be talking about.
nah,
Gems,
I'm
man.
still
We be
asking what the
teaching y'all a
powder's
little
for.
something with every episode.
But
I'm
you
still
said
asking
You said,
what the
paint, my
powder.
nigga, paint.
not seriously. Of course I was joking. What the hell you gonna put paint on someone they're in a fight for?
It's okay. You saving
Man,
face. It's okay. It's okay. I love you. You saving face. You my brother. I love you.
no. You're saving me face because you love me, right?
Mm, debatable.
Yeah,
Debatable.
yeah.
Um,
But it's okay though. My whole point is we don't all know everything, and it shows wisdom to acknowledge that we don't know everything. There's like people who listen to rap music every day, and some don't know jack squat about hip hop. But that's a conversation for another day, eh?
Or like how certain IPs don't know what they got and let other IPs freaking, mark
Facts.
it off of that.
Battleborn. 2K
Warner
Interactive.
Brothers, Warner Brothers,
My God, they don't know what life they have. These
DC,
motherfuckers.
DC,
Warner Brothers is Netflix too. Netflix has
Yahoo,
spent
Net
all that money on bullshit and then cancel all the good shit and
I'm
keep the
not
shit
even
that
gonna
nobody
lie.
likes.
I feel like the same
Yahoo,
CEO
and
panels
Facebook.
that be for Fox be for Netflix now. Like they was just like, "Yo, Netflix, we see you
Like,
making money.
man,
We need to be a
yeah.
part of the board because now they
hmm
starting to do what Fox do. They start to have like some good shows and be like, all right, we're gonna give these good shows like one season, and then the shows nobody really care about or fight for would be like have 8, and you'd be like, But this
Mhm.
show is not even as good as this show. How?
I mean, we
The
we
Get
messed up
Down
we messed up
bastards.
with Netflix in the first place. We should have canceled Netflix a long time ago, honestly. A
We made Net
long time
we
ago.
made Netflix powerful.
We did actually.
You know why it was hard? You know why people were having a hard time with it? Because they got rid of places like, Blockbuster and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There was no need for stuff like that, so it's kinda hard to get used to it because people still want that entertainment. So,
yeah,
of
Yeah,
course,
streaming
you
killed
know what
it.
I'm saying, there's a demand for it, but, I mean, everything comes to a head at some point, you know what I mean? Everything that we enjoyed, you know what I'm saying, back in the day is starting to fade away. Eventually, at some point in time in the future, streaming, all this shit's gonna go away. Everything always comes full circle.
plus they
We'll
came
go
at a
back
You
to
good
think
some of the
so?
time.
old shit
They
again.
came
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
they came at a good
Everything
time
comes
You
too.
full
think?
circle, bro.
They
You think
came
so?
back at a good time too,
I don't
because
You can
think
go
so.
back and look
streaming.
at history. It may not be identical, but everything comes back full circle.
Yeah,
In terms
in a
of what?
sense.
You as far as you talking about streaming versus like buying movies back like we
No,
used to
like
Yeah,
do back
it's
in the
all
day?
gonna come back full circle because
I
you
don't
you
know. I
have
don't
to
think it's
you
gonna
have to
come.
it's gonna come back full circle. Now, is it gonna happen
explain.
right away?
Well, explain,
Maybe
explain.
not, but it's gonna happen.
Nah, nah. No, I don't think I know it's not definitely not gonna that's gonna take some time, but I don't think it's going anywhere. I think streaming is here to stay.
Streaming will go
It is.
somewhere because of the fact that everything's starting to turn into the same thing you would have done for cable.
Yeah.
It is, but
Yeah, it
that being
really
said
is.
though, it's gonna evolve. Like, I've already heard one about companies that are they have deals with the streaming services, and basically, if you mess with them, then you can get all the streaming services in one little pack. Like they're already doing that now.
And
So
Yeah.
it's not
I'm
going. It's
Yeah,
saying.
not
but
going
then
Streaming
anywhere
is
though.
like
here's the problem
cable.
with
Is
that. Here's the
But they're
exactly
problem
like
gonna
with that.
cable.
change.
Here's the problem with that. The problem with that is they're gonna sell you on that shit to make you wanna get it, right? Now, the problem that goes along with that is they're gonna do what ESPN does. ESPN, you get the ESPN app when motherfuckers was doing the, when they were doing it in the beginning, we all thought we were gonna get the UFC stuff for free. No, you gotta pay for the pay-per-view still, 30, $40. Just like WWE, we had it good for 10 years, 10 plus years. We were spending $10 a month on the WWE network, then it went to Peacock, $10 again. Now they went to ESPN. Not only are you spending $30 on ESPN app if you got the whole bundle, but then you
Uh,
gotta spend another $30 just to get the pay-per-views for WWE
That's a ripoff.
every month. So you're spending $60 a month. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna go back. Having all this shit is gonna go back to why don't we just get cable again?
Cable just evolved. Cable just
Or
became
Amazon,
streaming. Like that's
or
all it
just buy,
is.
Yeah.
or just mess with Amazon.
It's not the fact that streaming services are bad or anything like that. They can be good, but the problem is they're getting greedy because now certain things are getting cut out, and it's like people are like, "Oh, this is a good thing." Now they're realizing like, "Fuck, we really don't have a say in anything." You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we didn't have a say in TV shows back then, but the ratings when people were actually watching it on TV saved a lot of that shit. They really don't have too many type of ratings things for these
To save
streaming
them.
services all the
Yeah,
time.
because
Yeah, the problem now is that we become complacent with it and we just accepted it.
are
If we
we?
actually if we if yeah, if people fully rejected the whole streaming service, they would change in a heartbeat, bro. I'm telling
I
you
Well,
now.
even
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
even
Markel
with that.
said,
Eventually, it's gonna
if
happen.
Netflix when Netflix came out with that whole no more password sharing thing, if most people decided not to renew or open new Netflix accounts, Netflix would have been like, yeah, forget it. You guys can share. You guys can share.
Brother, not
We
Eventually,
seen
only
that
it's
did
gonna
they
happen. We seen
happen,
not
that
but
only
happen. We seen that happen with Xbox. We seen that
yeah.
happen with
mhm.
Nintendo. When Nintendo had the nerve to say, "Oh, we're raising our yearly membership from $20 a month to $20 a year to $60 a year," and people were like, "Why the
yeah,
hell
it
am
was
I paying
crazy.
$60 a year and we can't even chat?" And a lot of Nintendo fans were like, "Yeah, we're not paying for this," and then
That's why
Nintendo
they put it on
backtracked.
the 2. Now they put it on
Microsoft
the 2, and 2 is
Microsoft
like,
did the same.
yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft did the same thing, and they backtracked.
Oh,
So
yeah,
That
it's
was
the
Xbox
people determine
crazy.
the problem is the people determine the market, and a lot of these the newer generation, they've been born into this era, and this is the
So
norm
to
for
them,
them.
it's
So
okay. It's
it's
normal for them.
okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. So as the older generation die, like me and Dab and Ryan and that used to collect media, physical media, die off, all this new generation, they're just gonna continue supporting digital media, which is why
But
I believe digital media is eventually going to completely get rid of physical media,
I don't
in
see
my
it because
opinion.
there's still gonna be people that understand the value of collecting.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
older
That
people
value
and
I
as
get what
as
you're
they don't
saying. I
care.
I
Well,
The
definitely
not
get
newer
what you're
necessarily.
generation
saying,
don't
You
care.
you
but
have
you
those
also have to
individuals
look at
that
the
like
fact
to
that
collect.
there's parents that teach their kids this shit. So that
I
it's
remember
not gonna fully die off. You would teach your kids how to collect and everything, so that's what I'm saying. You still have parents that are gonna teach this shit and kids that are gonna value it. You know what I
'Cause
mean?
think about it, when
yeah,
Because
I
Wi-Fi
hey,
told
go
there's
out.
money in it in the long run too. They're not gonna
yeah,
kill that off because it's money in the long run for it.
'Cause think
I
about it, when that
remember
Wi-Fi go out and you got your physical media, shoot, you gonna be hella
I
happy
told
then.
I told Aaron because he wanted to buy it was a game that he wanted to buy. He was fiending for it. And I was like, "Yo, Aaron," I was like, "I could just or" I was like, what is the game?" I think it was, Last of Us Remastered or something like that, I don't remember.
Right.
But
Oh,
I was like, "I'll just order it on Amazon for you because Amazon has it on sale for $40." And he was like, "No, Imma just buy it on PlayStation." I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Because I don't feel like switching discs. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I like having my stuff digital." I'm like,
That's
"Bro,
just
it's you're
lazy.
literally sa"
That's just
I'm like,
lazy.
"Aaron, you're literally saving money." But that's the mentality a lot of these that's why PlayStation 5 Pro, when it first came out, was designed to be an all digital console because they realized that 78% of people download a lot of their PlayStation games digitally. That shit
And
is in trouble.
what's
And
crazy
then they
to me is
backtrack.
it's cheaper with physical media most of the time.
In the beginning, it was a little more it was more
No,
expensive.
I'm
I
talking
remember
about
when
with
I
sales, and I'm talking about with sales. Cause do you know
oh,
that
yeah, 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 yeah.
Chocolate was about to buy me fucking, what's that damn game you play, Malcolm? Um,
What,
Dialect,
Wukong?
no, 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 Dungeons& and Dragons, Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate.
Gate.
Mm,
She was
Yeah,
gonna
that
buy me
game is
Baldur's
awesome.
Gate, but it's still doing the same thing it said, it's only 25% off, so it's like maybe $7 off from the original price, and then,
yeah.
Black Myth
'Cause,
Wukong
yo,
is still doing the same thing.
I'm not
So
gonna
it's
lie
Like
to
them
like
you,
other
there's
ones.
no real sales on digital media, but if I
'cause
go look online for a
those
physical
IPs are still
copy,
doing strong though.
I can get
Mhm.
it cheaper. You know what I mean? That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like
Here's a
motherfuckers are gonna
yeah.
realize, but at the
That
time
can happen too.
you also gotta think a lot of these kids aren't paying for none of they stuff. So they
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't care
Here's
about
a
they don't
here but here's a big reason why I believe that digital media is gonna kill physical media. Now any PlayStation 5 game that you purchase physically is the game isn't physically on the disc anymore. You know that, right?
Yeah.
some of them. Some of
You're
them.
just buying with
Not
licenses.
It's
entirely
just
true.
now
That's not
the
entirely
physical
true.
game,
That's not
all
entirely true.
of the
Not
PlayStation
entirely
5
true.
games only
Not
hold
entirely true.
the license. They only hold the license.
Not
The license
entirely true because I
connects
It's
to the
true.
cannot play
internet
my
and they download
Battlefield
it.
6 game.
The,
I cannot play my Battlefield
you
6 game without the disc.
You can't play any PS5 game without the disc. The whole point of the disc is to verify that the license
You still need the
it's
disc
an
though.
actual game.
I get what you're
You still
saying.
need you still no, you listen to me. You still need the disc because the PlayStation 5 needs to know that it's a
So
official
therefore
copy of the game.
you still need the disc.
Okay, but
I think what
you're
he's
not
trying to
letting me
say is
finish.
that the game is not
Not
on the disc
necessarily though.
anymore.
You're not letting me finish. The
Go ahead, bro.
PlayStation
Go
5
ahead.
needs to realize needs to authenticate and it needs to know that it's an actual PlayStation 5 official Sony game. But the game isn't stored on the disc. It's stored in the cloud. So all you're doing is letting the disc tells the PS5 to download the game off the cloud. That's basically what it does. But
So,
yeah,
yeah, like you're
you
saying, it's
still
not
do
on
need
the
the
You
disc.
game
still need
anymore.
the disc to play it.
Yeah, you still need
You
the disc,
still
but he's trying to
oh my
say that the
god.
game
Oh
is
my
not
god.
in the disc anymore.
The
I
Nintendo
get what
Switch
he's
2 is
saying, but
literally
at the
doing
end
the
of the
same
day, you
thing.
still need the disc to play it though.
Yeah, you
Unless you
still need
just
the
buy
disc,
it digitally.
but the
Yeah,
whole point is that that's
what I'm getting at with Phil is I get where Phil's coming from, but everybody might not. Because at the end of the day, they would try and put the disc in and be like, "Oh, I can't play it without the disc." You still need the
yeah,
disc. Even
yeah,
though
you
it's not
still
fully even though all the data isn't on the disc like it used to be, they still have you using the disc to be able to get it done. Now, there are
now
some games
yeah.
that I like, what is it? Battlefield, 2042. I didn't have the disc in, and I was able to play it. And that was a PS
Now
that was
yeah.
on the PS5.
Wait, I got a question
Yeah,
though.
that was the reason why that becomes a problem. Wait, what were you gonna say, Malcolm?
So my question is for when it comes to that, because you know how like say they cancel a game or they stop a game, but you still got the physical copy and you can
Yeah,
still
so
play
that's
it.
that's what I was
So
gonna go to.
yeah,
So
okay.
if the game ever goes out of service, or they decide not to support it, or the studio shuts down, that
Right.
game will actually not work anymore, even if you do have the disc. And
Really?
Is
another
that
reason why, another thing that I don't like about that way they're going is
That's
some
not entirely true.
games require an internet connection. So let's say you don't have an internet connection, but you have the disc. Some games won't even let you download the updates without the internet. So you can
That's
download the game to
Mm,
the console, but you can't download the updates, and then without
I
the
mean,
updates, you could barely play the game.
when
you
the
can say
games go
that
out of
about
service, that's
any
not
game
entirely
that
true
has a
because
license though.
you can still play certain games peer to peer.
Yeah,
It just depends on
older
how it's
games,
set up.
yeah.
yeah, older
Yeah,
Yeah,
older
it
games.
games,
depends on
yeah.
how it's set
Older
up.
games, yeah, yeah. Like
Not
PlayStation 4,
not
PlayStation 3 era, you can do that, but these new
not
games,
new
if
stuff
a
though.
studio goes out of business, yeah, if these new games, if stuff goes out of business, they won't get support anymore, and they literally
Because
become
remember, because
bricks of
remember,
game.
every time you buy a new disc, right, and you pop it in your console, you always gotta download stuff. What you're downloading is the game.
It's the
So there's
actual
not a lot
game.
of games out there these days where you could just pop in the disc, play it for the first time, no problem, because most of
Yeah.
it is elsewhere. Like this
So
gentleman
the
just
game,
Games
yeah.
stated.
haven't been like that, but they haven't been like that in a minute though, where you could just pop them in
Whether
and
now
just
Yeah,
play right
and
away.
which
yeah,
freaking
in
sucks.
That's the problem.
2026, in
That's the problem.
2026, no matter if you buy the game digitally or physically, you don't own the game. Everything's licensed. You own the license to play the game. You don't own the game
More or less
anymore.
true. More or less true, which is
That's
wild to
basically
me.
what it is. Yeah. Even
Cause,
if you buy the
cause,
game physically, you don't own it. It's just a
and you know
Nintendo.
me.
That's why Nintendo Switch 2 sales are
But
dying
all this
because
shit's
people are
gonna turn
pissed off
around
with
and bite him
we're
in the
doing.
ass, and all this shit's gonna turn around and bite him in the ass eventually. It may
We'll
not be
see.
now, but it's gonna bite him
Yeah.
in the ass eventually.
We'll see. We'll
Eventually.
see.
That's why I said it's not
We'll see what
now, but
happens. Yeah.
eventually it'll happen. It's just
Yeah.
motherfuckers gotta be tired of it, man, and it's like, our generation isn't gonna be the ones to be tired of it, it's gonna have to be the ones that
Not.
are
Yeah.
kids and everything like that, but that also
Yeah.
comes with us teaching them, you know what I'm saying, the bullshit and the ins and
Yeah.
outs
But
of how video
like
game
I was
companies are.
like I was
Nah, I don't know
explaining
about
to
that,
Kels,
man.
I was
We the
explaining that to Kels. I
go
was
ahead.
like, the gaming industry now is they're not targeting gamers like us anymore. They're targeting the new generation. That's why every game is trying to be a Fortnite. They're trying to make that Fortnite money.
And guess
They're
what? Guess
doing the
what?
live service.
Guess who that's thanks to? And this is
Guess who
facts.
that?
Guess who that's thanks to?
Don't say
Take
PUBG.
a wild guess.
Don't say PUBG.
No,
I
Jeffrey
don't know.
Epstein.
Tell who?
Well, yeah,
What?
Jeffrey Epstein.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Epstein. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
No, dead ass
well,
serious. He was
no,
talking to the CEO of, Activision. He's the
yeah.
one that
okay,
said he had no problem with the kids, dealing with learning economy and shit like that. That's where all that
okay.
shit came from.
Well,
Remember in Black Ops 3 when it was easy to get all the damn, the COD points filled?
yeah, yeah, yep. All
And
you had to
just
do is
by
play the game.
playing it, and then
Yeah.
like a month or 2 later, all of a sudden they changed it. Yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
because the, fucking CEO of Activision listened to Epstein. This is all in
No,
the
I didn't know.
files too. Yeah, this is all in the Epstein files. He's the reason why all this predatory shit towards kids in gaming is going on.
I was still
Yeah.
surprised
Well,
that
it's. I
he
don't
got
think. Yeah,
banned from
that shit is
freaking
not. It's not going
Xbox.
Damn.
anywhere. The companies are
That's
making way
not
too
even a
much money,
stretch.
and they
It's
realize
not a stretch, nigga,
the
it's in the files, bro, that's what
the
I'm
company.
telling
Yeah.
you.
All
This
these
is
companies are
legit,
making
nigga.
they're making too much money, and they're not gonna stop. That's
So
not even with them.
the people in China who make the Genshin Impact games and the clones who probably never met Epstein, and you saying they got that from him too?
I said Activision.
You know, they're
This
just
Yeah.
shit
following.
started
They're just
this shit
following each other's
started
marketing
way
scheme. You
before
know.
Genshin Impact was thought of. When
Yeah,
did Black Ops 3 come out? 2013, 2014.
yeah,
Remember
Yeah,
the
bro,
whole
when he
loot
passed
box
away.
issue and shit like that? Yes,
yeah.
nigga, this
Mhm.
was all before Genshin Impact. And so, the model that everybody's been using, other motherfuckers are gonna pick up on, whether they had a direct tie to them or not.
Because they're
Everybody
gonna sit
picks
there
up
and
on
be
the
like,
same
"Yeah, he
fucking
made
thing,
money
and they're
off of
running
it.
their
Imma make
business
money
model
off of
off
that
of it.
too."
That's
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
stretch. But I get where you're
it's
coming
working,
from though.
and it's working. It's working. So whether it's working, bro. They making their
It
money off
is
of that.
working. Well,
Because
except for
like I
Sony
said,
though, because
they're not
Sony been
catering
trying
to
to they've
they,
been
they're
trying
not
to do
catering
their
to
own
the
live service
hardcore.
for like the longest.
Yeah, yeah, and they keep
Yeah,
failing.
yeah. The only thing they had success with was Destiny 2, and that's not really theirs in the first place. But everything they try to get going on their own or what's falls
What
down
about
south.
Helldivers? The Helldivers was pretty good too.
Well, yeah, my
Helldivers
mistake.
is
There is
fun, but none of y'all
Helldivers.
Helldivers,
motherfuckers play it.
Helldivers. But
Yep, yep.
I
There
don't
there's
have it.
Helldivers.
I didn't buy Helldivers
the gaming industry has clearly shifted to the newer generation. They don't care about us no more. We're
I
just
mean
fossils. They don't care about the hardcore game anymore. Now there's no such thing as hardcore gaming. You just whatever you want, go to the store and you buy
I
it.
think the
If you want to be
definition
level
I
100,
thi I
spend
No,
think
ten
it's
the
still
bucks.
definition of
hardcore
hardcore
gamers. I
gaming
think the
has
problem
changed.
is
I think it's
everybody only
changed.
focuses on certain games.
I think it's changed.
Everybody's into Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Look at all the major games that everybody look at, and the games that really be good be the ones that fall by the wayside, or they don't get as much publicity.
Because I sit there and feel like hardcore gaming in retrospect, I feel like the definition and, like, a business standpoint or anything like that has changed.
What
Like,
does that mean?
it's changed. Like, hardcore gaming is that it used to be like that person that used to freaking go hard at it, this, that, and the fourth. Now it's just like, I guess you could say those are those people you see on YouTube being like finding the dudes that would sit there and find every freaking glitch,
That's a
shortcut,
hardcore
short
that's a guard.
that that's the
But those
freaking
are also the
hardcore
same
gamer.
ones that kinda ruin games too.
I used to be a
I
completionist,
mean,
so I
The
used to be
reason
one of
why I
those
say
gamers,
some of
so I
them
know.
ruin games, and it's the ones that are content creators. Not all content creators ruin games, but enough of them have ruined games to the point where they go on, put all them glitches out, and then what happens? The rest of the community does it. And the people that are, like, not really into glitching into shit and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? They tend to get upset and be like, "Yo, nigga, I don't wanna play this shit no more." Why? Because you got motherfuckers showing the glitches, and then it's like, boom, everybody's doing it. I remember when Call of Duty World War II, I believe, there was one of
War.
these maps there was one of these maps, not Cold War, bro. There was one of the maps where motherfuckers was getting into the glitch spot. You couldn't shoot them, but they had free range of the whole damn map damn near, or just that area, and they were sitting there popping motherfuckers, doing whatever they
I'm pretty
wanted, and
sure
you
they yeah,
couldn't
I'm
kill
pretty
them.
sure they patched it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they
I
patched
mean,
that
they've
because
been
that
past
would break
it,
the
but what
game.
I'm saying is it took them a long ass time to do it, and motherfuckers was abusing it.
so
You know what I
basically,
mean? Everybody
you
has their
saying
preference. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, is a certain way about certain things when it comes to gaming.
so
You
you
know what I
saying
mean?
certain hardcore
Unfortunately,
gamers ruin games in general then,
how
'cause
does
it's like
streamers ruin games?
You say you think
You think
streamers
Streamers
ruin
ruin
games?
streamers ruin games too, bro, and not all like I said, not all of them, but there's enough of them that do a lot of exploits and shit like that, and it's like, next thing you know, their whole little favorite, "Oh, my favorite YouTuber showed me how to do this. My favorite YouTuber showed me how to use this head
man,
glitch where I'm sitting in a rock and nobody can shoot me, but I can shoot through the rock."
or how everybody in Smash
I
Bros
think the
plays a
player
certain
base
way.
is
They
more
play a
I think
character
more
a certain way.
the player base is more of the problem than the content creators, but that's probably a conversation for another day. You know, those guys with the complain about
We can
nothing
catch up
all
on it
day,
now.
every day. But you know,
Nah, I mean,
the big problem with the industry though is people at the top is afraid to take risks on something new. Like,
that's
Oh,
oh,
why
the
we're
yeah,
easy
getting
out
I
these
agree
remakes.
with
days
that.
is
That's why
remakes,
we're getting remakes to
remasters,
everything.
live
Mhm.
yeah.
servers.
I
Everybody
tell
wants that
people all
Fortnite
yeah.
money. Everybody wants that Genshin
Yep.
Impact money.
I
'Cause what,
I
Everybody,
tell
Last of Us
people
got, like, what, 30 million fucking remakes?
3 I think it got 3 remakes. It came out on
300?
PS4 and yeah, but I tell
yo,
people all the time the PlayStation 5 is in my opinion the worst PlayStation era. I think
Look,
it was the weakest out of all of them.
if
I
companies
had
wanna
the
and
most
put
you
fun. I think PS4 was peak. PS3 was awesome. PS2 was good too. I like PS2.
yo,
But
that
PS4 in my opinion was peak.
I feel
for
like the
But
me
PS2
PS5
was the
PS5 was a waste
PS2
of a
was
generation.
their version of Nintendo. 'Cause there's a lot of,
The
yeah,
like
PS2,
yeah,
but
the
you
PS2 was
forget
their version of
you forget
Nintendo.
the most important one though, Dreamcast. That was the most important
I
Well,
never
one.
had a
I don't think
Dreamcast.
a lot
Yeah.
of people had a Dreamcast, bro, so they
I
wouldn't
never had one.
What?
understand, like, the
Oh
joy
my
that we had.
that
My first console was
that
an
console was ahead of its time. Like, that
Mhm.
was freaking like, the controller like, that's where the first you could say the first interactive controller came from. Cause it's like,
And
I
then
remember the
Sega
little
pissed me off. Sega pissed me off on the April Fools. They were like, "Yeah, Dreamcast too." The system looked so clean. It was all black, had red lights, and the bitch was an April Fool's joke. I was hot, man. I was
yeah.
like, "Man, fuck Sega."
Cause I still remember, like, playing Soul Calibur, like, the early Soul Calibur, and, like, you saw the little amiibo or the little freaking avatar in the controller, and it was just
Mhm.
and,
Yeah,
like,
and you could take
now
your memory card with you, and it was like what was it? What's that Tamagotchis or whatever?
yeah, it was
Like,
like
it
a little
literally had a
yeah,
Tamagotchi built into the memory card of your, Dreamcast memory card, and you could take it with you anywhere and continue your save progress wherever you went.
and,
Yeah, that's pretty much how the PSP Go was. The PSP Go was too ahead of its time and it failed. It failed
a
within like a year.
and it kinda, like and then they dropped the ball on it because it's like, say the PSP came out now and stuff like that, I feel like it would make a lot, but at the same time, it would have the problems that the Switch is having, where it's like, what games are it? It's like, "Oh, we could play all these games from different platforms," but every other console kinda has that concept now, so it's like, what differentiates you from the
What
rest of
makes
them?
you different?
Right?
Yeah,
Because
I
like,
think the PSP Go
The Switch
came out.
2 is just like, okay, if it wasn't for the fact that they did that whole bricking thing, I would like the Switch 2. But at the same
It
time, like, really sitting there is just like, okay, what real games do they have for the Switch 2? Oh, we
there's
got
more yeah, there's more to it than just the breaking thing
yeah, no,
with
no, no.
Nintendo.
I mean, yeah, it's their greed, but you gotta remember Nintendo's technically not even a company, it's a mafia. So you kinda gotta be like, "Okay, I
It's
see
not a mafia, it's called the Yakuza.
yeah, what?
Okay, okay, it's a yakuza, but at the same time, it's just like that's who they are at the end of they're also a business, but they're a unfair business, and you see their tactics, everybody's talking about, "Yo, it's wrong," but they sitting there like, "I don't give a F, you still gonna buy it, are you not?"
He got a point. He definitely
I
got a
mean,
point.
they weren't always about their money though. At one point, they made
Nah, they
consoles
was
and games
always
that
about
people
it.
cared about.
If you go into
No,
history if you
I
go to
mean,
nah.
history
gaming
of
changed
Go
Nintendo
back.
within the past 10 to 12, 10 I would say 10 to 14 years, that's when gaming really took a dip for the worse in the business side of it.
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
can agree because
But
Nintendo
That's
wasn't like
the
that.
in the beginning, they actually cared about making
Yeah,
good
they
quality
cared.
games.
They made
Yeah,
they
because people
not
cared
even the
about what they
games.
had, but once they start seeing, once it turned into that $30 billion industry and they started putting those executives in that only cared about the bonus that they were getting at Christmas,
Yeah,
that's when it
exactly.
was like, "Here, put this bullshit out. We have nothing to go off of. Let's remake games.
'Cause
Let's remake the same game 55 times for the PlayStation 3, 4, and 5."
I'm not even only talking about the games because, like, for with Nintendo and, like,
Hardware
older
too.
consoles
Hardware
yeah, that's
too.
what I'm saying, they built theirs like Nokias back in the day, it was, like, freaking indestructible.
There's no reason why the
Mhm.
PS5 shouldn't have a browser. There's no reason why the Xbox and the PlayStation shouldn't, be able to download music again and keep it on your hard drive. There's no reason why games like WWE back in the past, that if you have music on your PS3, you can import it for your entrance music for your wrestler, or anything that allows you to import music to be, what I'm saying, to have that full experience with your game. Like, these were all things that were innovative at the time, and then when the next console came, they took it all away.
I think they only took it out
Well,
only
we
for the
all
fact
know
of the
why they
matter
took all that
is
stuff
like
away, though.
I
There's
think
a
people kept
very particular
unlocking
reason why they took all that away.
I think people kept unlocking their products, that's why they kept doing that, like, with the internet and
They
everything.
they just got the fucking thing to jailbreak the PS5. Niggas can do that now. So, I mean, you've been able to jailbreak a system for forever. It was just whoever found it first, and then the shit came out. Niggas is jailbreaking PS5s now. So it's not like
Yep,
if they were so
yep.
fucking worried about it, they would have did a better job of making sure that it didn't get jailbroken.
I mean, they
They
tried to
tried.
without putting all
They
those
keep dipping those
restrictions, sure
patches
enough.
every month.
They
They
didn't
try very
try hard
hard.
enough. They
It
didn't
just
try
don't
hard
matter.
enough. They
It
knew
just
what
don't
they were
matter.
doing.
I think they are trying because I feel like that's one of the reasons why the UI for the PS5 is so boring because
Oh yeah,
'cause they're
And
they're
trying.
definitely yeah, they're
you
definitely
ever
doing they
notice
def they
you notice how
there's
flexible the PS3 was in terms of customability and stuff, and how more generations it becomes more restrictive?
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that's where Phil was talking about earlier, where PS3 was
Good
like
old
PS3 was
pirate.
at its peak, and how, like, the others are kinda like it's not as impressive as they think it is, like,
yeah,
okay, graphics-wise, it's like playing a movie, but it's just, like, versatility-wise on, sitting there thinking you could sit there and play your music, it's just like, "Oh, yeah, you can play your music, we'll just put Spotify and stuff like that," wink, wink, nudge,
Yeah,
but,
you talking about the Spotify that motherfuckers always gotta pay for, and it's not even that great anymore?
I
Why
mean
What?
not? What's wrong with
Spotify is
it now?
amazing.
I
Spotify
mean,
is
Yeah, well,
amazing. What are you
look,
talking about?
yeah, Spotify
Spotify is
is
not that great
amazing.
anymore.
Yes, it
You
is.
know why
Spotify
The
Spotify
Apple
is not
Apple
that
Music
great
used to be
anymore?
better than no,
You know why
you're trolling.
Spotify is not that great anymore? Because when
You're
Why not?
Spotify
trolling.
first came out, I could search for all my albums and shit. I can't search for all my albums no more. You gotta listen to whatever's in their little playlist unless you pay for it.
What
you
you
want
talking about?
but
Wait,
I
Yeah,
you're
nigga,
not
when I
paying
go
for it?
put in artists and shit, it does not let me search for it on my PlayStation. It gives me a
You
general list of shit. That's it.
so
Spotify is
ba
on
not
the
what it used to be. What I'm saying is Spotify isn't what it was when it first came out. They
but now
locked
what
I
this shit
happened
agree,
behind
but
a
I don't
paywall.
understand.
yeah, I disagree with that too. You yeah, because I had
It's
Spotify
not
ever
the
since it came
same, bro.
out and
I
it
can
was
go in
amazing.
and put in an artist and go to each individual one of their album. You cannot
On
do that anymore.
you're talking about
oh, I think he's
on the console
yeah,
or are you talking
on
about
the
on like just
console,
in general?
he's just in the
Just in
console on the
general, you
console.
cannot do that anymore unless you pay for it.
Yeah, are you paying for it?
That's why I stopped using No, that's why I stopped
Oh,
using it.
okay, so that's why. Oh, that's why.
I'm not
You're
paying for
not
that
getting all
shit.
the
That's what I'm
benefits.
saying. If you don't pay for
Okay,
it,
okay.
when it was free, you could do all that shit. Then they locked it behind the paywall. That's why I don't like Spotify no more.
What
They
streaming
shouldn't lock
service do you
shit
use
like
now?
that behind. They shouldn't. Um, I just use YouTube, bro. Since I play for YouTube Premium, I use the
Oh,
YouTube
okay.
Music.
So, you
Okay.
see, look,
But yeah,
I
Spotify
think
Premium is incredible. It's the
look,
best streaming service.
No, I
I like
believe that. I
Spotify.
believe that. I
Yeah,
just think
that
that
shit.
I just hate when
The best?
they lock shit behind paywalls.
Yeah,
You
okay.
I
gave
Yeah.
it
wouldn't
to
even
us for
No, no,
free, and
yeah.
then you locked it away. That's
Cause
what I
me,
I
uh,
don't
wouldn't
like.
cause
even
me, I
I
like
wouldn't even call it
Spotify.
the best,
So the
honestly, but
only fact
it is decent though.
yeah, cause
I
The
the
only
only
prefer
fact is
competitor
Tidal over that
only
though in the
com
beginning.
I mean, they
Ti
got
yeah, Tidal was
they
good, but the only competitor is Apple Music, and they're beating Apple Music. They got a lot more music on Apple Mu than
yeah, and plus at
Apple
the
Music
same
now.
time, they got amazing podcasts like ours, you see? So,
Yeah, they got
Spotify
Right.
ain't too
podcasts.
bad, you see?
Man,
Yeah,
they got
y'all not
everything.
gonna blow nobody just to make them feel good because they carrying our product. So y'all can go ahead and get it. You
Yeah.
can get your knee pads and everything ready if y'all like that.
But you
I'll
know
let
what
y'all do
though?
it for both of us. Shit.
I never said anything
You
about
know
that.
what
It's for the
though?
Nah, you
Spotify does
blowing
have
them
a
right
bad rep
now.
though.
it's
I
one of the
use
platforms is one of the
Spotify's got a
platforms in
real
which
bad
our
rep.
audience can listen to us, so you see?
A real
It's not
bad
blowing
rep.
nothing. This is for the audience.
the first streaming service I used was Pandora. Pandora was amazing. I love
Yeah,
Pandora.
Pandora's still
Never touched
But
amazing.
then
Pandora. I think I was still
you never touched Oh, yeah.
I have stuff on my PSP and my Vita and my PS3, so I wasn't using streaming services back then.
I had Pandora, then I switched to SoundCloud, and then I switched to Spotify from there.
I never used SoundCloud.
Yeah. Spotify is
SoundCloud is
SoundCloud
cool,
amazing.
wasn't
but
bad.
I never used it.
SoundCloud is still pretty good. If you hear SoundCloud is a good place to hear artists that you've never heard of before that make some good or like
that's
some cool
true.
hip hop beats and stuff like that. I like SoundCloud for that, but I'm just
That's
not
true.
paying
Like
for it because I'm
when
already
you wanna
paying for
hear
Spotify.
underground, I mean, how much of
Yeah,
it is behind the paywall though? Because I can listen to an artist and their albums or whatever they put on SoundCloud whenever I want. Like I don't have restrictions on it. So like, what's behind
Yeah,
the
but
paywall?
SoundCloud is more or less for all, like, up and coming people too. That's why you had
yeah,
that
That's true.
SoundCloud era of rappers. You know what I mean? It's not gonna host too much of the new shit or anything like
yeah.
that. That's all
And
for
then
up and
yeah.
comers.
And then once Spotify gave us the ability to upload all of our like physical media from our computers and stuff to the network. It
Really?
was yeah,
So
you
you
can
can do
do that.
that?
If you got I got a huge iTunes library because of Ryan, and I uploaded everything from iTunes to Spotify, so I can listen to my iTunes music on Spotify. Stuff
I
that's
didn't know
not
you
even
could
on
do that.
Spotify. Yeah, yeah, you just gotta have it
Yeah.
on your computer.
I
It took
think that's what
forever.
the problem. I think that's what the problem with Spotify is they advertise themselves like, yo, you can listen to any song you want, but if someone doesn't put the song on Spotify, you just can't listen to it.
Mm.
You
Mm,
know what I mean?
yeah, I feel you on that, but at the same time, audience, let us know how you feel about all of this, like, pros, cons, give us your opinions, but,
I mean, everybody's gonna have stuff they like and don't like. I mean, that's the beauty
Yeah.
of it. You know
but
what I
What the
mean?
personally,
hell?
I just like that it has us. I'm happy it's got us on it, man.
I'm still not
It's
gonna
not
jiggle their balls in my hand
it's
just to
not
make
it's
them
not
feel
it's
good
not
because they
about them,
carry it.
it's about the
Yeah,
audience.
call them out because the shareholders is like, "Oh, we want you to raise prices because reasons." And they're like, "You know what? Okay, we'll raise prices starting next month." And just like that, we're paying more money for Spotify. Or I'm paying more money for Spotify. I don't know if y'all mess with Spotify, but yeah, call them motherfuckers out. What the hell? Because
What
we
is
on
it
their
now? 15
platform.
was it $15?
It went
Let
from $7 to $12, I believe,
Oh, 12,
yeah,
yeah.
no, it's like
or
thirteen
$10 to $12.
with taxes and everything, I think it's 13.
13. I know that's too much damn money for a
Okay.
subscription. Shit, let's boycott Spotify someday.
Mm-mm.
Shit, just because
I
we on their
got
platform don't mean we kissing up to them. You heard?
don't yeah. The
Unless
only 3
they unless
subscriptions
they
I got
paying us
is
unless they paying us 500 million, then Imma be like,
Right.
"Hey,
yeah.
man, fuck y'all. Y'all better deal with
Wow!
Spotify."
Now now
500 million.
Yep.
now
I'm paying
mofos
500 million
is
for
between
like,
the
"Yo."
4 of us, Imma be like, "Nigga, I
yep.
love Spotify. I ain't got premium, but I love you."
Cause
Wow!
I'm gonna be like, what about all that you trying to find artists and you can't find their
Yo,
music and stuff
where
all
wa
night
where
Fuck them
was
long?
artists.
this
I'm just listening.
where was this 8 minutes ago? Where was
What
this,
a,
like,
500 million,
3
nigga.
minutes ago? This dude said, "I
what
ain't
about them
jiggling nothing," and then
what
this
about them
dude's
artists
like,
who get
"Yo,
paid cents and royalties?
nah,
Like
this
forget
man
the
Well,
talking
two?
about
they should have worked out a better deal. Fuck them.
no, I'm freaking done."
Damn.
Now Spotify talking about, "Yeah, all we gotta do is make it rain."
Well, Spotify, if you're listening to this, if you want to sponsor us for,
You
some
gotta make
bands,
it rain.
Make it
clearly we're
rain?
interested.
Nah, I'm good.
Clearly we're
I'm good,
interested.
man.
He says it'll
Oh,
announce that
Malcolm
$5 million check come
I'm
in.
freaking done.
Malik said he
I ain't
wants
jiggling nothing.
750 million for the podcast.
hmm
It's not
He
for
said
the
I'm gonna
right
buy a
price.
second car, I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna have another baby, I'm gonna do all kinds of
Uh-oh.
stuff with that money.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, yo. As the trickster himself will say it now, man. The audience makes everything. I know, like once this becomes bigger than what it is, I know that it'll be thanks to the wonderful audience that we have, and I'm not gonna forget it. Y'all will when the money rolls in, but I won't.
Hell no. If we if
Wow.
we if we blow up,
We
it's
got
gonna be
Mr.
because of us. What the hell
we
you
got
talking
we
about?
we
Because of them.
we got
But
Mr.
that being
Honestly,
said,
Making
bro, I don't
though,
know. The audience is what makes us too, man. Like,
we
yeah, it's gonna be our hard work, but the audience has also got to be there. We got to have a fan base for people to want to listen to. So it's definitely, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna appreciate the hell out of the audience.
love my
that is
audience.
true.
I love my audience from the one that we have to the 50 million we will have. I
Hey,
love
yeah,
each
wasn't
and every
there
one.
wasn't there a Mandarin dude you wanted to shout out the other day?
Yeah, I mean, but his handle was in Mandarin, and I'm still trying to, transcribe that. So, but he is getting shout out now. Thank you for the first comment. I appreciate it, and we're gonna keep it real.
Yeah, whoever you
For
are, man,
sure, for
put your name in
sure.
the comment section so we can call you out the next time, man. Appreciate the love.
Yeah.
Big
Definitely,
facts.
man. We may
So
sit over here joke and all that stuff, but we definitely love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We trying to
That's
make
true.
something happen. You know what I mean? So that y'all can all appreciate the content that we give. Cause we know that everybody don't know everything or, I'm a firm believer of no matter how old you are, you can learn something from somebody younger than you. You can learn something from somebody older than you. You know what I
mhm.
mean? That's the beauty of just being able to have a conversation, whether you agree or disagree on things or not. You know what I mean?
Look at the king dropping his gems.
Yeah,
Of
My
course,
boy got
man.
you
wisdom.
see?
Royalty in the building.
Yeah, see, while he counting the gold in the back, he's showing
Yep.
people love. He's
Like the
saying like, "Yes."
leprechaun.
Man, don't even talk about no damn leprechaun. I don't ever want to think about that leprechaun in movie 43 ever again.
Alright, no, that leprechaun no.
Mm-mm.
That leprechaun is gangster, bro. He can rap and everything.
No, that
Mm.
leprechaun in movie 43, yeah. Oh,
I'm telling you, if
Mm-mm.
we make money, Imma come in and do a Pootie Tang scene. Y'all
n
gonna think I'm talking, I'm just gonna
no,
have my
no,
mouth
no, no.
open. It's
Uh-uh,
Now
okay.
uh-uh, uh-uh.
if we making money for real, I'ma cast Captain Malik in Power. He gonna be one of them gangsters that sag his pants and drug deal and shit.
Hey,
Wow.
for those of y'all that are
So this
listening
dude
that
so
do
hold on.
appreciate our content, I do wanna say that eventually once we get this stuff to where we need to be, we do wanna take tours and go to different cities and do the podcast, and we definitely know that we gonna want y'all to come out, see us, and be with us and enjoy, you know
Show
what I
the
mean, the time
love.
with us.
Show the love, but one thing I'm
Yeah,
not
for
even
real.
gonna divert from, this dude really said he gonna put me through the black initiation of Hollywood. So he gonna put
Who
me in a
said that?
gangster Kels
No, no,
just
no,
now
no,
talking about he's gonna put me in a gangster role, making me
He gonna
sag
send
before
no, he gonna
he
send you to
literally
Diddy's
said that.
dungeon. He gonna send you to Diddy's dungeon.
No,
Pet it, pet it.
no, but the other one is that they had to play a role like that where they had to play like a gangster or something like most
It's
black
either the
actors,
dress
not
or
to say
you play a
all.
criminal.
Right, and
yeah,
you just said
I'll take the criminal.
I'll take the
I'll take the
criminal
criminal over a
role.
dress any day. All
I don't
right.
know, it
I
depends,
mean,
it
I get
depends. I
that, but
will say
still.
this. I will say this though.
What?
There are some that I feel like with Hollywood and the way that people use the internet and how it's always
Oh,
some type of myth and all that, like, don't get me wrong, there is some truth to a lot of rumors, you know what I'm saying? I say 50-50. You know what I'm saying, can be truth to it. But I don't think all those roles that certain black men were in dresses, I don't think that that was all initiation ritual. Might have just been the goddamn role. That's
yeah.
just me.
Yeah,
That's just how I
yeah.
think.
Alright. I mean, I can see where you're coming from that. Is
You
it
know what I mean? I don't think it's been all of them. Now, do I think some of them? Possibly. But all of them, I can't see all of them like that. Because
Fair enough.
nobody was complaining when Marlon and Shawn was killing it in White Chicks.
I mean that was a classic though.
That's
That
because
was a
they
Yeah,
gave
classic.
Terry Crews singing
but people are
1,000
trying to say
miles. We
that
can never
people are
forget
trying to
that.
say that was an initiation too.
Oh, 'cause man,
You see what I'm
It's
saying?
it
They gave us
it's like
Terry
it's
Crews
like
singing 1,000 miles,
it's
like,
like
that shit is
it's like Cat
phenomenal.
Williams said. It's like once is one thing, but why you gonna keep doing it? Like why keep doing it? You already popped off the first time. Why keep on doing it? I don't know how
I mean,
Lawrence did it with three
sometimes, bro,
movies.
when people see something hit big, it's just like if you had a movie that y'all made with $50 million, right?
Mhm.
You were
Hmm.
addressing it. Say like y'all, we were doing White Chicks. We made it for 50 million, but then it was so damn good, we made 750 million. Most of the times, it's not the actors that want to do it again. It's the
The
film company
executive.
that wants to do it
Exactly.
again. Because I
Or
mean,
the
you
Basically.
got to
producers.
think, you
Yeah.
literally made a $700 million profit. So
True.
why wouldn't
Mhm.
you? Why wouldn't you go back to the well one more time?
Not
You get
not
what
I
I'm
don't
for
saying?
not for
know.
something like
We
that. I
gonna
mean, if
bow
it's a
out.
if it was a good one
Shoot.
and done, then you good. Like, you
Yeah,
can't
good one and
repeat
Right.
done is
something
it.
like that again.
But what I'm saying
Mhm.
is when people see the money come in on things that they weren't expecting, that's when, what I'm saying, you start getting sequels to stuff that maybe shouldn't have been a sequel.
That's true. There is some stuff that shouldn't be sequels.
Uh-huh.
There really
And that's a fact. There are plenty of things that shouldn't be sequels, but guess what? They saw that money come in, they were like, "Oh shit, let me go ahead and get a little bit more of this bread." You know what I
I
mean?
mean, there's some sequel. I mean, I can't say for all because that's why we got trilogies and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right with the whole like, damn, this should have stopped where they were ahead because we. I'm not saying I don't like this franchise, but we on Scary Movie 7 as of this recording, so it's just like
Oh, you Scary Movie 7 or Scream 7?
no, Scream 7. There you go,
Scream
Scream.
7.
I'm sorry,
I ain't gonna lie, man, but they're
I love
not
Scream.
so you
I
do
like the
know
Scream
that they're
series.
called they're you know that the new ones are technically how they call it, requels? They're remakes, but they're sequels, but they're actually good, bro. I've been
I like
rocking
them.
with all of them.
They
I can't
are,
wait
and
for Scream 7.
I feel like this one should be the last one now. If we talking about
Not gonna happen.
if we doing on Scary Movie 7,
Nope.
let me be a part of that. I know they're working on 6, and
You
maybe
know
I
why we're getting a new one?
why?
The Wayans got it back.
And yeah, I know, but that's why I wanna
Hey.
be a part of 7. I know they're
That's
recording
why I
6.
have no problem with that one because I know it's gonna be funny. Because them other ones with Kevin Hart in them were ass, bro.
Look,
Yeah,
I
trash.
look.
Was that 5?
Yeah, what is 4? What? Scary Movie what's
The best
1 and
one was
2
the
no,
first 3.
1 and 2 was them, 3 wasn't with the Wayans, was it?
Yes, it
It
was.
wasn't with the it
Wait, the
was?
3 was. I
No,
think
no,
the 3
the third one wasn't the third
The
one was
3rd
when they
one
were making fun
wasn't.
of signs. They
it
was
was
making fun of
Yeah, the
signs.
3rd
yeah,
one wasn't.
no,
So 3 on
no.
to where it's at now before this new one comes out were all
Yeah,
trash to me. Granted, they
yeah.
had
Yeah, me
some of
too.
the cast members from the 1st one,
Yeah.
but the Wayans weren't writing the script for it.
And the fourth one, I think they were making fun of The Ring.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
lady
they
was
shit
in the
they were
well.
not good, bro. Kevin Hart and
Like I
Anthony
said
Anderson didn't do them no justice.
6,
Yeah.
if they come out with 6 and they eventually come out with 7, yo, to the Wayans brothers, put me in, coach. Put me in. Like, I'm ready.
To to be fair though, that mofo Kevin Hart's not even funny, honestly.
I mean, I think it's
Kevin can
relative.
be hit or miss. Kevin can be
His
hit or
old
miss.
stand-ups were good. Like, I'm a Grown Little Man is my favorite stand-up that he did, but yeah, he's really not. He's in my opinion, he's not as funny
He's
as he
hit or
used to
miss.
be.
He's hit or miss.
He
Yeah.
just be
I
talking.
feel like
He
it's hit
just be
and miss, but
talking.
at the same
You know,
time, I
like
just feel like it's opinion. There's people that probably find him freaking hilarious, but
Well,
I'm
that's
sure
why I
there are
said
people
he's hit or
who
miss.
love
He's hit or
him.
miss.
yeah.
With Kevin, it doesn't feel like it's consistency all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because
In the
Dave
But
Chappelle
who
is
beginning,
is con
because
consistent.
but
Chris Rock
who is
consistent.
consistent is Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams. I definitely any day, man. I freaking
Cat's
find him hilarious.
inconsistent at times too because I've seen plenty of his stand-ups that he likes to put out, and sometimes they be the same one, just different city.
Does he put out a lot though? Does he put out a lot of shows?
Cat, he used
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
He
I
I've
mean,
used
been
to.
keeping up with him.
he
I
still
don't know
do
about
Like,
now,
not as much like,
but
live show
like
like
what 10 years ago when he was linked up with Dipset and all that in the early
he
2000s, that motherfucker had a comedy special like every other month.
I think he still does that though. I just think he doesn't do a bunch of like Netflix or like, showings, but I still feel like
I
he
don't
has
think he videotapes a lot of them as
yeah.
much, but he still does shows and shit. But I'm talking about like when he had all his stand-ups, like Kevin, Cat Williams had one come out like every other month, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and I love
Like
them.
when
I love them.
that was the good old days of bootlegging.
we
mhm.
still do bootleg.
Oh,
What you
don't let me
mean?
get
I'm about to
started on bootlegging,
Bootlegging ain't the
yo.
same, bro. You can't go to 7-Eleven, see the homie at the store with the DVDs no more.
With the D and the
yeah.
CDs, yeah,
It
you
ain't the
can't do that no
same,
more.
bro.
With the blank
It
In
ain't
New
disc,
the
York you
same.
can. In New
with
York
the
you can. What you
headshot.
No,
mean?
Them
Jamaica
niggas
got
ain't
them.
like that no more,
they
bro.
don't
Yeah.
do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. I
What?
haven't seen that in years.
When's the
Oh,
last time you been in New York? He's
man.
like 2 months ago.
Bro,
Hell yeah, they still do it.
Well,
exactly.
he was there long. He left after y'all. He just
Bro,
been in
I they
Okay,
California. He just
bootleg,
been where he
they
man.
at
stopped
lately.
doing that. I
And
haven't
they
seen
Sure.
stopped doing
people
that
selling
everywhere,
DVDs
bro.
and bootlegs. They don't sell bootlegs
Yeah.
because if you wanna watch a movie, you can watch a movie before it comes out on the internet. People go to movie theaters, record them shits, and
Oh,
put them up
yeah,
on the
Yeah, and
internet.
throw them
Prime
online,
does it
bro.
all the
Like,
time.
Yeah.
that was what
There's no
torrent
yeah.
sites and shit
Yeah,
were for.
Prime do that now.
Yeah.
Talk about you wanna pay
They done
$20 to
did
see it at home? You
they
pay
killed the
$20.
bootleg industry.
Yeah,
Nah, they
they
just moved it online. They're not there. They just moved it
no,
online.
nah, they killed
Instead
the
of
So
paying
they
the
killed
instead
the
of
dude the
paying for
dude from
CDs, you
the
just pay for a
you
website
remember
now.
you
unless
remember
the
the second barber shop when the dude walk in, DVDs, CDs. They
yeah,
don't
they don't do that no
that's
more.
Mhm.
dead. They don't do that no more.
The only time you get the only time you're gonna see that is the bootleg man learned how to hack. Once he learns how to hack, it's
Yep.
gonna be a wrap. Talk about, "Yo, I got that new
They don't do that
screen."
anymore.
Maybe I
Oh,
should
man.
start a bootlegging business.
You see, that should have been part of the
For what,
nostalgia right
bro?
there. That should have
For
been part
what?
of the nostalgia.
The internet's gonna put you out of business.
Yeah, like there's no point when you can just go to 1, 2, 3 movies and shit
Yeah.
like that and
And watch it
watch
online. Or
whatever
just
you
you
wanna
just
watch. Yeah.
or if you
Go
patient
ahead
or if
and
you patient enough, just wait.
but
Well, don't put all the spots on the internet like that.
isn't that
hey,
technically
bro,
the
these are
evolution
spots
of the
that
bootleg
everybody
man,
know
though?
about. Half of them are shut down.
But that's the evolution of the bootleg man. Shoot, that's how I feel about it. What like the freaking all the showbox and all of that, that's just
Yeah.
evolutionary.
We had that actual box and everything, and then it just stopped working.
Oh, man.
It's crazy how, like, that stuff didn't last, like, Netflix and them started off as a rental that you could go outside the store, what is it, Redbox
Yeah,
and all that,
Yeah.
yeah,
and then, Blockbuster got put out, and then they was like, "You know what? Instead of us selling renting DVDs, we gonna, just create our own thing." Like, it was an innovative thing when you thought about it at the time. Now it's just like
yeah.
when the
Yeah.
pricing and stuff comes in, it's like,
You know what's
bro,
crazy?
And you know what's
The
crazy about
crazy thing
that?
is when Netflix came out, they actually wanted to partner with Blockbuster, and Blockbuster was like, "Nah, we good."
Nah,
they
we
I was
dumbasses.
about to say the same thing.
Blockbuster did the same thing that Nintendo
Yahoo.
did to
They
PlayStation.
pulled the Yahoo.
They
They
buried
pulled the
themselves.
freaking Yahoo.
Yeah, they
And
basically shot
you know,
themselves. That Netflix was like, you know what? We already invested so much into this. Let's try and do our own thing. Bam! Now they're
Uh,
the
they pulled the
biggest streaming
Yahoo.
service in
Netflix
history right now.
yeah, I mean, not
and then you
Didn't
know
Netflix.
what's
they just,
crazy?
aren't they
Mm.
aren't they finalizing all the details because they got Warner Brothers now?
Yep, yep.
Didn't
Same thing with
didn't,
Nintendo. Nintendo shot themselves in the foot. They're like, God damn it, we could have had God of War. We
Ni
could have Uncharted. God
Nintendo
damn
had
it.
that
Mhm.
no, they wouldn't have let that out because
Well, that's
you
not
see what
much of a
Nintendo
L
puts
now
out.
because they getting their IPs now, honestly. It's not
No,
much of a
but
loss for
you
Nintendo.
see
I'm talking
you
about
see
I'm talking. Yes, it is.
Not
personally wait, personally
What? The Nintendo not partnering with PlayStation? That was a big loss for them. They would have been
hold
way
on.
more successful.
Oh,
Wait,
you talking
you
about in
would
the
no.
beginning. You talking about
In
in
the
the
beginning,
beginning
yeah.
when they
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah.
that's a huge
When
loss, Kales.
Sony yeah, when Sony first came
That's a
to them,
huge loss.
if
wait a
hon
minute.
Sony was
honestly now, if Sony were to partner with Nintendo back then, I'm pretty sure they would be the gaming monopoly today.
No, we would have lost a lot of IPs because Nintendo don't really like putting shit out though.
Yeah, you
If
might
it's
be
Yeah,
right.
because
not,
no
You might be
way,
right.
because no way is
it's a good thing that they fumbled.
Yeah,
That is
no
yeah,
I
way,
feel
no
like
way
that's one of
Microsoft's
those
compete
we'll
with
never
Sony
know
and
type
Nintendo.
things,
That's
yeah.
honestly.
exactly.
No,
Nah,
yeah.
if you think about it, Nintendo was known for making like really kid friendly games. They're not making no God of War. Y'all probably right.
we would
No,
never
no, but
have
what I'm saying
Don't sleep
is
on them though. They're also
well, then
making
again,
innovative stuff.
Sony would have shot themselves in the foot because they wouldn't have been able to come out with a console with them having a working deal for their parts and everything to create that, this version of the Nintendo console. So you
right.
might be right. We might have been, or we all would have been Xbox players.
Yeah, because the thing about it
Or
like this,
PC players.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
Man, if not
Infamous
for the
would have
Red
been
Ring, I
probably
still
a
would have been an
Xbox.
Xbox player. Shoot,
Infamous would have probably been Xbox. Freaking Dead Space would have been Xbox. All of that would have been either Xbox or freaking PC. So
Microsoft would have died way sooner
like
though if they gotten back together.
that fumble. I want to say thank you to Nintendo. That's the only time you're ever gonna hear me say that to them. But other than that, shit,
Won't be the last time,
nah. Nintendo's on my shit list. Like just how like Riley, just like how Riley had beef with Santa, I got beef with Nintendo.
brother. You got a whole Nintendo Switch in your room somewhere. What you mean you got beef with them?
Exactly. That was like the last because after that whole bricking it for whatever you want to do, we gonna brick it. Like, how you gonna tell? I bought this for $600. You gonna tell me how to use it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the hell? 'Cause
What?
it's
What?
like Phil so
That's
kindly pointed out. We
so
don't own our stuff no more.
that's like you going to your local fast food restaurant and they take away your meal because you ate it wrong.
Yeah,
Talking about
if you goofy
that's
ass
not how you dip
if
your
you
nuggets.
goofy ass over
Do
there
that.
buying
Not,
it, yeah,
yo,
yeah,
talking about this is
absolutely.
so they should take your meal because you dip your nuggets instead of trying to squeeze whatever condiment on it. They should just take the whole
No,
meal away. That's what I'm
no,
saying.
nigga, you just shouldn't
That's
go.
what I'm saying,
Period.
though. That's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
if we took this and applied for
should
Netflix
not do
and
shouldn't I
everybody
do
else that
within
was on that
reason with
bullshit,
something I bought? Within reason,
we'd
can't
be in
I
a
do
much
whatever I
better
want?
spot now. A much better spot. But it's
Like
all
I
good
said,
though. We'll set up for the next podcast episode though.
within reason, I should be doing whatever I want with whatever I buy. That's the whole point of me doing this
You should.
interaction.
I
But
agree
then
with you.
okay, but then
But
they
to
sat
get
there and
there,
said, "No, you can't do this brick. You can't do that brick." Even if it thinks you like, you not even doing it and it thought you did it, it bricks it. And you like, "What?"
so that you know what the thing you're supposed to do, don't mess with them. Like you're not buying a new console. That's very, very wise of you. Yeah, don't be
And
like
that's what I'm
everybody else
saying,
and buy more of it.
you making it seem like I'm sitting here saying I don't F with Nintendo, but I got Nintendo Switch 2 sitting in my freaking room right now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a bad
no.
look. It's like saying I don't mess with Netflix, but I pay for the subscription every month. It's like what? What you mean?
Like, I'm trying to say I F with it until a certain point. That's it.
Okay, okay,
Point
fine.
blank.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, yeah, used to be pretty good, close together, and now they're playing games, and now you're not with it no more. I'm
Oh,
still
please.
gonna buy the Switch 2 down the road though, because I'm going to jailbreak the hell out of it someday.
At
And
least
this
he
is
honest.
and this is why Nintendo sit there
You
and was
better
like,
hope
"This is
homie
why
that,
we do what we
listens
do."
to the podcast ain't, from Nintendo. He gonna be
Exactly.
on your ass.
Ooh,
And
let's call it that the next
you
time. The
got a tattooed
podcast.
man
I like
across the
that.
street looking at you
Yeah,
talking about,
whatever.
"Yeah."
Making fun of me.
Nah, it'll be okay as long as I'm not trying to sell it for a profit. I'll be okay. But once I start trying to make some money off it, then I'm gonna go down like Bowser went down a couple years ago. I'm not gonna be
He
that
said,
guy.
"Oh, you trying to jailbreak our shit. Alright, got you, nigga."
Yeah, we
hmm
heard. Oh, we
Cause
heard,
once you,
man.
cause once you jailbreak it, no more bricking, no more restrictions. You can just do whatever you want with it. Not piracy though. Not piracy. We don't abide by piracy.
All the piracy.
Maybe I do, but not them.
But
These guys are still good.
alright, guys. This for our audience out there, we thank you again for,
Piracy.
listening to us. And piracy, you know what? Yep, and piracy. So, Imma close it out. This is Trickster Mal.
Titanfall.
King. It's King
And
Dab.
King Phil, Prince Phil.
And
Oh, Princess Phil. Got it.
and Royal D. Kellis. Royal
Alright,
D. Kellis.
and this is Parallax Accord.
I bear y'all I bid y'all farewell. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Don't get married. Don't have too many kids.
Whether you agree, disagree, laughed, or just listen, thanks for spending time with us. You stood with the Accord, and we'll save you a seat at the table.